American men are not leaving the United States because they hate women. They leaving because they finally saw the deal for exactly what it is. Here in the US, in the United States, this Western culture, she want all your time, the majority of your money, and your full attention. But over there, overseas, she gonna give you peace. She gonna give you appreciation. She gonna give you a reason to come home. Here, you got to prove that you gonna make a good husband. See, over there, she proves that she would make a good wife. Damn, that's a difference. Here, you not building with her. You just paying for her. You not dating. You financing an experience that you not even enjoying. And that's the difference. And that difference changes everything. In the USA, a lot of men feel like dating just starts with demands. No connection, no chemistry, no let's see where we fit. Demands. You gotta have a lot. You need to have more money. You gotta have status. You gotta have a certain look, a certain lifestyle. You got to drive a certain car and live at a certain address. And if you check all those boxes, I mean every single one of those boxes, she's still gonna act like she's doing a favor just by showing up.
Don't do it.
That's an insult, because the expectation is this. You bring home the income. You bring home the stability. You bring home the patience. You bring home the leadership. You bring home the planning. You bring home the protection. And what's she bringing? Ask what she bringing to the table. She bringing a lot. Yeah, a lot. More expectations, more attitude, more bills for you to pay, and more pressure on your back. See, you expected to build a life while she shopped for one. And here's where it gets real ugly. Or she want a six-figure man. She want to design a lifestyle. She wants you to be fit. You got to be successful and stable. But what does she actually add to your life? That's the question. Because she not adding peace. She not adding cooperation and no real support. She just adding requirements. Hair, nails, pay my bills, pay my car note, pay for these trips, finance my experiences. And half the time she expecting that by the second date. She don't want compatibility. She not looking for value. She don't want to build a family. She just looking for sponsorship. And that's why men are waking up, because they realizing something simple. The more you pay in this United States of America, the less you get. The more money out, the less peace back. The more effort out, the less appreciation you getting back. The more sacrifice out, the less loyalty you getting back. And that right there, my friend, is a bad deal. And men are just starting to say this out loud. Now let's compare to what you're gonna find overseas. Now I'm not gonna give you no fantasy. We ain't gonna make this magic, and nothing is perfect. But you gonna get a better deal. See, you gonna get a woman who appreciates your effort. A woman who values family. A woman who respects the man, the home, and the structure of a household. A woman who sees partnership as building something together, not extracting everything she can get from you. And that right there is what matters. Because when a man comes home to peace, he become better. That man works harder. He builds more. He gives more. He provides even more. Not because he been squeezed, but because he feels valued. And that's what a lot of women in the United States of America just do not understand. See, a man feels respected. And when he feels respected, he would do things for a woman he would never do for somebody who only knows how to demand shit. And that's why the whole conversation makes people so mad. Because men, we starting to compare. Nah, we not just leaving. We trying to find out what we getting. And here's what the men are saying. Here I get stress. Over there, I get peace. Here, I get demands. Over there, I get appreciation. See, in America, you prove your worth. But overseas, you're appreciated for it. Here, you get tested. But over there, I get treated like I matter. Here, I feel tolerated. Over there, I feel celebrated. And once a man experiences that shift, it's hard to sell him on an old deal again. Because now he sees clearly. He was never asking for too much. He was just in the wrong market. Now let's deal with the usual attacks these chicks come with. They're gonna say, oh, he just wants to control somebody. Nah. He wants someone who isn't trying to fight him for every position every 5 minutes. But they say, oh, he can't handle no strong woman. I don't want no strong woman. A man can't handle a combative energy being sold as strength. Then they say, those women just using men. Yeah, of course they are. But let's not pretend American culture doesn't use men also, because y'all use men the same way. We get used here. We get used for attention, free meals, free lifestyle upgrade, for emotional labor. We get used for financial stability. The difference is, overseas, a lot of men feel like they at least getting something back out of the relationship. Here, a lot of men feel like they financing a life they can't even fit in. And that's the part men are tired of. They tired of this support me, support my kids, support my household, support my stress, support my lifestyle. And still you last. You do all of that. And you expecting to be first. But you ain't never gonna be put first. Men not leaving America because they broken. They leaving because they recognize here, it's just a bad deal. And once a man realizes he can go somewhere he's appreciated instead of audited, somewhere he can get peace instead of pressure, somewhere where family still means something, he stopped arguing with people who don't get it. He just leaves. Brothers just go out. See, it ain't men leaving. That ain't really the story. The real story is this. American dating became too expensive, too entitled, too one-sided for a lot of men just to keep pretending this makes sense. And until that changes, men just keep doing the math. And they'll keep going somewhere where the return is better. Because at the end of the day, men don't leave good situations. They just leave bad deals. And right now, a lot of men looking at American dating and realizing, they paying more for less. So they just stop arguing. They just stop explaining. They just go where they value. Because once a man experiences peace, once he get peace, he don't negotiate for it no more. Man, stay sharp, stay strong, stay fearless in what you do. Because you either gonna be fearless or you gonna be forgotten.